But I at least have my dignity. Okay, well, I don't have all of my dignity. Hey everybody, I'm Jammer, and the Animal Crossing Mini Direct is coming up pretty soon. So here I am today to give you my predictions
directly
to you. So last time we had like a mini direct essentially was last year, 2015, and that was actually a 17-minute direct. So potentially we could see something similar to this. Granted, that was considered micro direct and this is mini, and that kind of focused on other games. So we got, well, this is specific to one franchise. It can be anywhere between a small trailer like the Pokemon Direct to potentially, I think it's going to be roughly within that range somewhere there. Also, another thing to note is the direct name isn't totally dead. I mean, they have the announcement that the Switch presentation is coming up January 12th, but they didn't label that a direct. And this is at least a direct. Directs aren't dead, granted they announced this before they announced the Switch thing. So maybe directs are gone, I don't know, this is the last one, who knows, hopefully not, of course. But anyways, let's get into the raw predictions. So what they touched on in the last direct, talking about and obviously announcing that this direct was coming, they touched on the new Leaf amiibo functionality coming, and a while back we heard there's a mobile app coming this year, which was obviously probably delayed because of Super Mario Run coming out, and then that would be potentially compatible with, you know, Animal Crossing software. I don't remember the exact wording, but it made it seem like there may be something new coming. So let's just take it one by one. Starting off with, of course, they're going to show off the new Leaf amiibo support. They're going to show off those new cards and like, we kind of had a brief understanding what they do, but I think they're going to go really in-depth and show exactly what these villagers do, how you can get them moved into your town and everything like that. More likely, this update coming to New Leaf, for those who have it, are going to come on the same day as the release date of the card line, which I believe it's like, what, the first week of December, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. So more likely that's when we're going to see the update for New Leaf, so, I mean, no need to panic and get your 3DS out ready and it'd be like, you know, oh, the update's live today type deal. I think we still got a while before it's going to come out, and I think it's going to come out on the same day as the cards do as well. They did touch on briefly that other amiibo that aren't Animal Crossing cards, such as, like, the Callie and Marie ones, and they might show off something else, but I remember specifically the Callie and Marie, where you can scan, I guess, those in and you can get, like, costumes and clothing that look like those Inklings. You can get some more Splatoon-inspired furniture, and it makes me wonder, how is this going to be implemented? I mean, obviously they have an entire library of amiibo to choose from, so we could potentially see anything from Mario to more. I mean, there's already a lot of Nintendo stuff in there, like, you know, the Mario blocks and then some Metro stuff. But of course, these amiibo could either unlock what's already in the game, and of course, probably new items as well. And more likely, how I could see it happening is you can scan it in once a day, and it'll give you one random item from this assortment list of what the amiibo can give you, essentially. And then potentially even, like, let's say they don't make any let's say they don't make any clothing or furniture for Duck Hunt, maybe when you scan it, it'll just give you a random Nintendo thing. Maybe like a generic Nintendo rather than specific to a series. Being like, I don't know, a Wii U in your house or other stuff like that. I can see that kind of how they're going to go with those figures, but the one that's kind of a mystery to me is these ones, the actual specific Animal Crossing figurines. Now with the cards, we know you scan it in, a truck pulls up, and like you can like play games and stuff with that villager, and I even convince them to want to move into your town. Pretty freaking cool if you ask me. But it's like, what do these guys do? Because these guys, you know, can't really move into your town. In Happy Home Designer, anyways, when you would scan them in, you could build houses for them, so they kind of lived in your village, but not really. They're not really a village. It makes me curious what these characters would be, because they could make them villagers, but I don't really think that's going to be the case, because Tomo can't be at his house and then also at his shop at the same time. I don't know, it kind of just breaks a paradox-ishness. So it makes me wonder, what are these figures going to do? They're not going to come in a camper, and I mean, maybe if you scan them in, they'll give you specific items to their characters. Maybe you'll get like an Isabelle clothing, maybe an Isabelle hat, and like such thing, like KK Slider stuff, Tom Nook sweater. I guess that's not the most unique idea. It's kind of following suit with obviously what the other amiibo are going to be doing, which I guess could make sense. I'd love to see something do totally unique and totally cool with the figures specifically, and give me a reason to freaking open these things, you know? So yeah, kind of that's my thoughts of maybe what they could do with the figures. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I really hope that they're doing something awesome and new and totally not that I don't expect to happen. But if it comes down to they just like give you costumes of the characters you're still scanning in, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? The biggest question when this was announced is like, is this a little too late? Like, New Leaf has had its time. It's been out since 2013 at this point, right? I don't know. Yeah, that's right. It's been out a long while, and it's just barely 3 years later getting amiibo support and like trying to breathe new life into the already past game. They're like releasing a new copy of the Welcome Amiibo, and also you can buy it at the discounted Nintendo Select price. So it kind of leads to believe like this, they're going to continue to focus on Leaf, but like, why? is the question. But that leads me into my next point, is the mobile app. So this and the Fire Emblem one was announced, I think earlier, or late spring this year, saying that these 2 apps are going to come out by the end of this year. It's not happening and didn't happen. And more than likely because they wanted to get Super Mario Run out first, and then those will probably follow the next. I mean, they're not canceled, of course. And we're definitely going to be seeing this app at this Direct. Whether it'll be like ready to come out this year, I don't think so. I think they're going to want all their mobile presence being focused on Super Mario Run. Because this is coming out, I think, the same week, maybe like the week after, actually, the Animal Crossing cards. But this is going to describe what it is. Now, a lot of people have had like ideas and predictions what it might be. I had the one idea a while back that it could be kind of like the GameCube adapter when you plug that into Animal Crossing GameCube, where you could visit an island, have an island villager, you could play with them, drag fruit, and drop it on their... I mean, that wasn't the best functionality, but potentially it could be something like that, where you can like design your cabana on your phone and unlock new clothes and stuff like that. And we toyed with the idea of like if this is going to be pay to play or free to play. I don't know. I'll link that video somewhere. I talked about it more there. But I'm still not 100% sold on that idea alone. It could be anything. It really could be anything. But the interesting detail that they said when they first announced these, that when they described kind of what these apps were, the Animal Crossing one said that this was, like, I can't remember verbatim what it said, but it basically said this will tie in or have functionality with current Animal Crossing software, essentially, or current or future Animal Crossing software. And at the time, we're like, no way, New Leaf. New Leaf's way old. It could be Happy Home Designer, but that's kind of like, you know, gone and passed pretty easily. Which, speaking of Happy Home Designer, like, this all update in the new cards and stuff, I don't think the Happy Home Designer is actually going to get any update of that sort anyways. This is going to be focused on just New Leaf. But anyways, that's besides the point. It made it seem like that there was going to be some new Animal Crossing game, and I honestly think that's going to be the case. They could have just meant, you know, that the mobile app could have communications with New Leaf, and this could be the new focus to continue to support New Leaf and bring players back to the old game. But with the Switch coming out, it makes so much freaking sense that Animal Crossing is going to be on the Switch. I 100% predict that we will see an Animal Crossing within the first year of the Switch, if not just to follow. And especially with this mobile app supposedly having functionality with probably this game, we're going to definitely be seeing it at that January 27th, or goodness gracious, not 27th, the January 12th presentation showing off the Switch games. We're definitely going to see that there. And in this Direct, I don't think they're going to say, hey, stay tuned, January 12th, we'll talk about Animal Crossing Switch. I really think they're going to stick to their guns, like they said, where there's going to be no more Switch news. Even though that's, like, totally not true, because they've had, like, numerous interviews since then talking about, like, certain things here and there. So it's like, they said no Switch news, but then they've been continuing to talk, like, here and there. I mean, nothing huge, but they've still been talking a lot about the Switch since. So, Nintendo's been, like, liars, I guess, before, and they said one thing and totally do something else, which, like, nothing against that, of course. I would love to see Animal Crossing Switch sooner than later. But I really feel like in this instance, I feel like they don't want to take away the spotlight of the, you know, New Leaf Amiibo support. They want people to buy these cards over Christmas. You know, if then they're gonna talk about, oh, there's this awesome new Animal Crossing coming out. Potentially more casual fans of the series might be like, oh, I'm just gonna wait off and hang out for that. You know, I don't know. Regardless, I still feel like they're gonna definitely not talk about it at this Direct. I don't know if they're like name drop it either, but they still might reconfirm the apps. Like they might just say, stay tuned. No, they're not gonna say it like that. They might just say like this app is going to have functionality with future Animal Crossing software, and maybe just leave it at that again, and just, you know, leave it at the cliffhanger of, you know, Animal Crossing software is gonna come eventually, new stuff. But they're not going to be directly saying, oh, it is coming, directly saying. They're not going to directly be saying, oh, this is definitely coming to the Switch very soon, like, say, you know, I still feel like this mini Direct, while I'm not sure the length, obviously, is going to really be focused on these new amiibo, the new amiibo cards, specifically the new Leaf functionality, and of course, the app itself. I freaking can't wait for this. I'm almost just as hyped as I went for the NX. And let it be known, Animal Crossing is my favorite series, favorite Nintendo series, and favorite series of all time. But I at least have my dignity. Okay, well, I don't have all of my dignity. I mean, I didn't go out and buy Amiibo Festival, or Happy Zone Designer for that matter, just because I'm like, it's Animal Crossing, I have to buy it, you know? I bought the figures because they were on sale, they were really cheap, and it's Animal Crossing. I mean, shoot, I would pay $4 for, you know, a Tom Nook figure. No questions asked. Even though, like, the functionality in the games that they themselves aren't that great, it's worth it. So Nintendo, give me a reason to frickin' open these things, because they don't have any value. They're just hanging up there right now. Ones that are open are just frickin' sitting on my desk just chilling there, you know? So anyways, going back to the app, one last thing I do want to touch on. I really hope it's not just going to be focused on one aspect of Animal Crossing, like Happy Home Designer was, being like, this is just designing homes. I'm hoping that this Animal Crossing app is not going to be like, oh, this is just dressing up your character, or even, again, designing a home, you know, or freaking just paying off a loan. That sounds awful. What'd be interesting if it's actually some new, like, spin-off gameplay, where, like, maybe it's a puzzle game, or who knows what. Would be also really interesting if you could customize your character, customize your villager, and then some sort of multiplayer, I guess kind of Street Pass in a way, where like you can play with friends, somehow do mini games maybe, and as you walk by, maybe like exchange stuff between people as well. I've been wanting that to come mobile apps, the Nintendo mobile apps, for a while. I'm really hoping the Switch will do something similar as well, considering a lot of people are probably going to be carrying it around. I know I will. Overall, I think that's really all my thoughts on the Animal Crossing mini direct. To kind of recap, they're definitely going to show off, you know, all the amiibo stuff coming to New Leaf. They're going to totally blow it out of the water to show off everything that's going to be going on there. Basically, what amiibo are compatible, what the figures, these figures do, what the other figures that aren't specifically Animal Crossing do, and really show off how the cards are going to be used. We're going to definitely see something about the mobile app. Potentially even a release date. I'm not going to bank on that, of course, but I really could feel like they could maybe shoot for something. Say, hey, you know what, this is coming out spring 2017, or something like that. Or maybe even launch alongside the freaking Animal Crossing game. Oh my gosh! Animal Crossing Switch and the mobile app on same day. Oh, I'd lose it. I would lose it. I can't wait for next year. Whoo, baby. So then, of course, yeah, they're going to touch on the app, talk about that. I really don't feel like they're going to talk about Animal Crossing Switch, even though I know it exists, and I know they're totally working on it. It's going to come out very soon. It's going to connect with this app, but I really feel like they're going to focus on just the app itself in this direct, and, of course, the New Leaf stuff. And then, who knows? Maybe they'll throw in something totally new we don't even know what to expect. But I feel like this is definitely what they're going to talk about. And plus, since it's a mini direct, it's going to be a little bit shorter time frame, between, you know, 17-ish to 5 minutes. I bet you it'd go right in the middle, like 10 or 12 minutes. Anyways, let me know in the comments, what do you guys predict for the new Animal Crossing mini direct thing coming out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Give this video a huge, awesome like. And if you haven't already, subscribe for tons on Animal Crossing. Let me tell you, when a new Animal Crossing comes out, oh my god, I'm gonna like rebrand the freaking channel. It's gonna be nothing but Animal Crossing. I'm obviously exaggerating, but I freaking love Animal Crossing, and I will be doing so much coverage of these freaking whatever is coming up. Oh my gosh, I am so freaking amped. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna do an impressions video like right after the direct releases. I'll work on like a big, huge reaction compilation. Well, depending how short it is. If it's shorter, I might just throw it in the impressions video. But if it's like a longer one, I'll just throw a compilation video later that day. Definitely look forward to those. And thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.